Laine, what you got there?
Well, you know, just casually finding jawbones
Yeah.
in the yard.
As
I'm
one
working.
does.
As one does. So, interestingly, this one has a tooth that hasn't come in yet. Look,
It's a wisdom tooth?
it's a molar of some kind. I don't know what this is. Possum, raccoon, kitty cat,
Alligator, lion,
alligator. Oh, maybe a veterinarian
previous owner.
can tell us what this is.
Okay.
But, you know, things you find
Yeah. The rest of him is probably somewhere
under these leaves.
here.
Yeah, this is where he was. So, you know, just casually finding bone bits.
As one does.
This one does. I am so
Dirty?
dirty, and that's just never gonna not
I love the spots.
be dirty. And
Look
this
at your
is
little freckles.
I got little freckles.
They're kind of dark.
Kind of look like maybe I have the plague. Oh dear, I got my shot. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, let's tell all the wonderful people what was going on here.
You tell them.
All right. In addition to everything else, we've got drywall going up. We got insulation board going up. Plumbing is almost roughed in after we made all our big changes.
Right. It was roughed in, then it wasn't roughed in. Now it's almost roughed in.
And then we
again.
made another electrical change because we got our big apothecary cabinet.
The cabinet is in. Calm down just a little bit.
It didn't really come as advertised.
Caveat emptor. That's what we need to say about the cabinet.
Right. Here you go. What do you think?
I love it.
We're going to trim off the back, what, a 1/4 inch?
Yeah.
Is it a 1/4 inch too high?
To the top, yeah.
Yeah. Did we end up doing, this is right size Durock, isn't it?
Yeah, is it? Yeah. I mean,
It was
if
just
we
taller
cut
than we thought
the
it was going to
Durock
be.
out.
But that's okay. We're going to trim off the top portion here, 4 inches back, pull it off. It's going to slide in there like a glove.
And then we have to figure out what to do about this track because that doesn't come far enough for my doors to slide. And if it doesn't come far enough for my doors to slide, then you can never access anything on that end.
Right. But we're not going to have doors down here, and there were originally doors, so we have some tracks. So we may take that track off, put it here, and we will be good to go.
Can you build me a shelf for that one?
Well, I was looking at that. Yeah, I mean, I can. I would have to just get a piece and put it there, and then build off of that. But yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Because I don't want to stack toilet paper that tall.
Spend $100
on toilet paper. So that'll be toilet paper, household cleaners, and then I think towels, wash rags,
little towels, big
shampoo.
towels.
Yeah, but then I think refill bottles for shampoos, body washes, conditioners, and then up here will be
Pretty.
but also I'm gonna put like cotton balls and Band-Aids and in those pretty containers. I may even use some of those old bottles to put the ibuprofen in and put Neosporin in and rubbing alcohol, and then I can just label them on the back what they are. So it's, practical, making practical things beautiful.
Yeah. Do you still need me to make some labels for you?
Yes, I will need
You
it
got
for.
some bottles that need labels?
Yes, I have a bunch. So I'll have, bleach water, glass cleaner, lemon water, lavender water, and then I'll have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, those kinds of things. So yeah, I'll have you make those.
Well, don't let me forget, because I know I started that. I could take that into Photoshop and rough it up so it looks older.
Those actually, the bottles they look brand new.
Okay.
Because they're painted and they're reverse painted, so they don't need to look older.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I think this is doing everything you hoped it would do.
Me
We're gonna
too.
trim out this side, make it look
Well, and the thing I'm
more
thrilled
natural.
about is that it doesn't look monstrous. I was afraid that once we got it in here, it was gonna look monstrous.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
No, it's big, but it's pretty, it's gonna come out a ton from the wall.
And that's before we
so it's
scoot it back.
very unobtrusive.
Yeah, we have
this
great.
this is back. The top will go back another 4 inches.
Yep. Yeah.
And give you
Great
a little nice
space to walk.
little seal there. Oh yeah.
Great access over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be
great access to this door, which was the problem we had at first when we were laying this out.
Yeah.
We had a big problem getting in that door with our vanity there, but now we basically moved this thing down a ton so that it's centered there as opposed to in the room.
And then if Dad can make those pieces that'll match here, I've got, this is the shellac is alligator, so I'm gonna have to come in and
redo all of the shellac.
Do the shellac.
So
just caveat
one side
on
is
that.
nice and finished out with pretty molding. The other side, like wide open, like it was a part of
A
3,
large piece.
and so it didn't really have a trim on the left side. But your restoration father, my restoration
papa.
father-in-law, your restoration dad,
Who can literally do anything. He is the master of all trades. Not like, jack of all trades, master of none. No, master of all trades.
Master of all trades, okay.
I call and say, hey Dad, this thing is missing, can you come? And like that Sunday morning came and made the outline.
Right.
By Sunday night, he sent me a photo of the one he had hand carved
It looks
to
great.
go down the side.
He got the piece at the top, the big molded piece at the top, and the fluted piece down
Perfect.
Did he do the fluted piece himself, or did he have to go buy one?
He did it
Wow.
himself.
Okay.
Have you met him? Do you know him at all? Of course he made it.
So we just got to get it stained and
He probably
stained
grew
to
the
match.
tree, then felled the tree, then carved the tree.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
All right, Laine, how did Papa Restoration do fitting our... Wow, look at that.
It could be much better.
Look at that.
And I would like to point out that mine is made from 1 block of wood. And
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look at the original, it's actually pieced together with 3 blocks of wood.
I think yours is made of 3 blocks of wood.
No, it's made of 3 blocks of wood this way, not this way.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, look,
Okay.
see, this is 3
Yeah.
joins, and there's a join there. And there's a join there. So this is actually 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Mine is 1. Look at that.
Look at that. Papa Restoration to the rescue.
Again.
Now we just got to stain it to look like that.
I'll get it there.
I bought a bunch of stain, different
gonna
colors.
Mix and match until you get it right.
Yes, so I can get it as close as possible. It's never going to be perfect, but I can get it super close, and that way you won't walk in and go, why are your cabinet one-sided? So,
The magnolia tree is trying to kill us. So you've seen Laine working on the trim, getting the shellac back active and blending it out. So these are our trim boards around our windows, and I'm just cutting the nails off as opposed to pulling them out just to do less damage to the wood itself. So here goes.
So we are passionate about keeping historic windows, and we'll go to almost any lengths to preserve them. But you can see this one has been through the ringer. What has happened here? As you know, this house was unoccupied for between 60 and 70 years by people. But there were definitely little squirrels that got in. And when the squirrels get in, they can see the outside, and they try to get to the outside by trying to chew through the wooden stiles of the window. So this is going to be another job for some Abatron wood epoxy. We'll get them fixed up, good as new, and save these old windows.
just keeps coming. Oh, here's a good one. Ridiculous.
So you'll notice that I'm hustling at a ridiculous speed. My back is killing me. I'm in agony. But you have to do this when it's warm. If you do this when it's cool, the humidity gets too high and your shellac blushes. This is the last warm day in the forecast, I think until spring. So I have to get these bathroom boards redone today. Like, period. There's no other option. Well, I mean, the other option is I don't have clean bathroom boards. So we're gonna hustle. Gonna get it done. One little tight spot. So pop it up. I mean, it's barely tight. Oh!
All right, just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. We didn't have a trimmed out piece on this side like we do on this side. And Papa Restoration made us these two pieces here. So I've cut them down, had to trim off this extra trim pieces here to get it all to sit nice, and then just put it in with my nail gun. Now over here, we did have an issue, I don't know if you can see that, with the lip continuing. So I kind of made something, you won't really see that well because that's pretty high in the air, but I made a little something to fit there. So once we get that stained, I think it's gonna look pretty good. What do you think, Laine?
Well, your project looks fantastic.
Well, yours not going well, or did you break the glass?
Broke glass.
Yeah, Laine, we finally got the glass for the window, and so that was exciting. We're gonna put the glass in. It was a little bit too wide, right?
Yes.
I don't
It
know
was
if we
too
measured
wide.
it wrong or if they cut it wrong.
I think that
Probably
it's a
both.
130-year-old window frame, and so it's because it fit at the
It's a
bottom.
little wonky, yeah.
So we took it back and we
and
had
said,
them
would you mind just...
grind the edge. And I would like to point out that we took it and had the edge ground. And then
Laine was making an adjustment.
oh!
And then it shattered into actually only a couple of pieces.
Only 3
but
pieces.
Enough to be very sad.
And look, right, we're gonna show you the video of it happening. You don't have to tell me what I did wrong. I am well aware that I narrowly missed being killed by a glass accident
Yeah.
by the sheer good graciousness of God. That was it. Do not handle glass
Yeah.
without gloves on, okay? Don't do it. I know that.
You wear your fancy dress to get the trolls. I'm gonna wear like a suit of armor. Nothing can penetrate this. Ram into
Well, and
things.
it wouldn't be so bad if for the last probably 45 seconds of when I was working on it, my brain hadn't been saying, you need to put some gloves on. You need to put some gloves on. You need to put some gloves on.
And then you got a call shortly after they found out, and your mother said, you need to put some gloves on.
Well, let me just say this though. I will say, in my defense, the glass company here.
My gloves were over there, and I was here.
They're also very crusty. It's very difficult to bend my fingers in them right now. But the glass company here, they like seal the edges of they seal their edges, so the edges are not sharp. The edges are not sharp at all.
That's true.
And tell the people how strong this
and
glass
the glass is strong glass. I actually put it in the trash can, and I was going to break it up. I hit it with a hammer like 6 times, and it didn't break. So you're just that strong. So what we think happened was
strong break glass.
When they ground it down on the side, there was a little flaw.
Because all it takes in glass is one tiny, just fraction of a hairline flaw, and it'll break the glass.
Now what happens for the window?
I do think you should take your hammer and hit the glass one more time for
Michael. You want to see it?
He needs to get that on camera.
All right, here we go. What do you think would happen? Right? It would break, right? You ready? All right, it broke. I swear to you, I hit it just like that.
I would say.
I swear I hit it just like that 6 times.
I bet a dozen times.
And it never broke.
Well, see, much like when we had it ground, when you hit it 6 times the other day, you put a flaw in it. There you go. Now it can all go in the trash.
Oh my gosh.
First you mud.
Then you tape.
Then you mud.
Then you sand.
Then you mud.
Then you sand.
Then you mud a little bit more.
And then you go, how is this drywall so far off? Oh my gosh, it's like 3 inches. And then we had to create I had to basically
mud a wall. I had to create a land bridge.
Create a new wall. So we pretty much just made a mud wall.
Well,
we're living in an adobe.
And this, so this is
an adobe.
This is a reason why everybody knows I like plaster. And this is why I like plaster.
You just smack it up there.
Because when you're doing lath and plaster, the walls can undulate and there can be bubbles and you never see them.
Yeah.
Because that's the lath and plaster kind of rolls with it. When you have a 8 by 12 piece of drywall that you have screwed into the wall, and your wall is 130 years old, so it's a little wonky.
4 by 8.
Okay, whatever it is. Whatever. Numbers. You have a numbers piece of drywall.
Numbers piece of drywall.
And you put it up, and you screw it in. It's wonky. And then you can't fix it. You have to fix it with mud. So I spent like an entire day.
Bridging the gap. But you did a good job. It looks really good.
Do mind the gap. Por favor, manténgase alejando de las puertas. Paint is going on the wall. This is, okay, so as everybody knows, Faro and Ball makes the most beautiful colors on the planet.
Who?
Faro and Ball, that's the brand. But unless you are...
I've always been a fan of Faro's.
I don't know.
Not so much.
This is what I do. I'm working.
I know, I'm supervising.
And he's
this
making
is a
ball
government
jokes.
job.
A road construction job.
That's right.
Uh-oh, we're gonna make road construction people very angry.
And they know they're one.
They know that there's one guy. There's the one guy,
There's the one
right?
guy that make dig holes that just started.
But I'm not gonna pay $120 a gallon for Faro and Ball paint. So did I take my Faro and Ball swatch right on over to our local Sherwin-Williams? Yes, I did. And I purchased it for $30 a gallon. So this is like the Wish version of Faro and Ball, right? I ordered it off of Wish.
Oh, yes. Now Wish is mad at us.
Now, hey, Wish can be mad at us, and that everybody knows. So we are getting our first coat of paint on the wall today. Well, our second coat. The first coat was primer. This was bare drywall, so we needed to do a good primer coat because otherwise it just sucks your paint. What will take me a gallon of paint to do this entire room would probably have taken me 3 gallons of paint because bare drywall just sucks it up. So you put your primer on, and we always do a tinted primer. So even though that wall that's primer, it's just tinted primer. That way it makes it a lot easier to get your second coat up. So once we get our second coat up, we will be putting our window trim back on. And then we'll start tiling. What we've been waiting on. First, I primed it because if you have naked drywall,
Yes.
as with most things in life, naked is not good for public consumption. So you have to
I didn't know where
you have to dress the drywall in primer.
Right. I think maybe there are a lot of people out there that don't know you can have your
Cake and eat it too?
your primer tinted
Yes.
to the right color,
Yes.
to the paint color.
Always have your primer tinted. It makes your
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, so much
I don't know if
easier.
everybody knows that.
Well, now they do because you told them.
There you go. Take
So we
that
had
to
our
lunch.
Primer tinted.
Is that a saying?
I think it should be. Now it is. Now we.
Take that to lunch
We
and
do
drink a
that.
Diet Coke. It's a new phrase.
That's better than put it in your pipe and smoke it.
Are we drunk?
I mean, I'm tired drunk.
Were we inhaling
Too
fumes
many
from
denatured
the
alcohol
denatured
fumes?
alcohol fumes?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is when you stay up too late at the slumber party like the little girls.
Yeah.
And you just start, everything is funny.
No, it's the stupid time change because it's like 4:30 and it's
dark.
It's dark already.
We're having to do this at 4:30.
It's ridiculous.
So anyway,
To make a long
let's
story
circle
long.
back. Make a short story long. Here we go. Then we put the paint on the walls.
Yes.
And
The end thing.
the end, thank you.
And nobody lecture me on not doing it in a W pattern. I don't like that. I've tried it.
I do that, and I'm much better than you. That's why I'm
You do that and
You're
miss
just
the
jealous.
entire middle of the W. And I walk in and go, but what about all those white patches, sweetie? No, you told me to paint. You
I'm
told me to
not done yet.
Soon we'll start tiling. And then we'll be almost
Oh,
done.
then-
And that is
then-
crazy.
The end. Goodbye. Thank you.
Okay, good night. I have to go take a nap right here. I take a nap right here.